welcome back to the channel and our coverage. Don't ignore this. And our coverage of Married at First Sight.
I was gonna get us demonetized.
Why? I'm wearing clothes. It's Dety and Mimi. Welcome to the channel. Dety and Mimi review things. And the thing we're reviewing today is Married at First Sight. Season 18, episode 18. We are past decision day and we're catching up with the people. So the other thing that they didn't show us is they didn't show us how much later it was for Thomas's birthday, because it wasn't immediately. It was like at least months later. Yeah, they didn't show us because someone said that someone's birthday was before Thomas's and they didn't show that, so it was a bit of time. So anyways, we start off where we left off, which was Madison said some shit about Michelle being so upset, and I don't know why Madison thinks that Michelle, and whatever. So Michelle is like, can you wait for me to get there? And then she's like, I don't want you to talk about my feelings for me, like, you know, that these are my feelings. And so Michelle is really hurt that she's like, because I thought you're my friend, and then you're texting my man behind my back. And I said like, why aren't you mad at David? And she's like, yeah, I'm also mad at him for lying to me, to my face. Like, I'm mad at both of you. Don't you get it? Don't you get it? Yeah. Then Carla's like, Madison, you're not gonna do this. Madison's like, why are you? Madison was then asking Michelle, why are you doing this? Michelle was like, why are you upset? Like, I don't get why you're upset. She was like, oh my god, I forgot you're the victim. I'm so sorry. Like,
yeah, that was a good review.
Yeah,
that was good.
And Madison was like, why do you care? Why do you care? I'm like, Madison, I'm with you on like why does Michelle care, but this is not a good look for you. You can think it, do not
also,
say it.
Also, she like, why does she
and
care?
She explained why she cares.
In relation to you, is a foolish question.
Yeah, you know why she cares. You're her friend. Yeah,
you guys were rubbing, like sitting on each other, doing all those things, like so. And the whole, you've been talking to a man since that time.
Yeah, to her husband. Girl, stop it. Like, stop it. We the audience are allowed to shout at Michelle to shut up, but not you. Surely not you. So, you know, and David is like, girl, let's go. Like, this is not getting anywhere. And so they leave.
And then he tried to touch Allen. Like, I need that guy to stop. Like oh my god, he's so annoying. Like, I have a thing about personal space, you know this. So to me, it irks me when someone has already made it clear.
No, they don't want to touch
you. Do not touch me.
Yeah, like, I mean, Allen is your personal non grata to Allen, so I'm not really sure why you're trying to force that fake. Yeah,
because he's a great man.
Oh, sorry, I forgot about the greatness. How can I forget about the greatness? Remember, come on. Anyways, then when they're leaving, Madison like mimics something that Carla says, and I'm like, oh, Carla is also on your shit list now too. For what? For the purpose of why?
Because Carla is not sticking beside her rubbish. That's why. Yeah.
Oh man, because you're grimy and you're dirty, and I'm sorry, you are definitely after Akechi, you're number 2. David is number 3 because you are like, and I just feel bad for David because I really hope that you don't destroy that man, because he's just looking for love in the wrong places, yes, but all he's doing is trying to be loved. And Madison, you are just a terrible person, and I don't say the real you, the other side of you is coming out now, and it's not pretty, it's not attractive. Anyways, they leave, and then Michelle,
she did an evil cackle.
Yeah. So to me, I feel like this whole episode, I'm like, Michelle was definitely telling me, I want to be interviewed. I do. She goes, no, and you know they're not gonna last. Okay.
We'll see. We haven't watched the reunion.
We haven't watched the reunion, but it's like they're still together because they weren't cool. So David and Madison do a tattoo cover up of his girlfriend on his chest. I don't like the new tattoo. It's ugly. I don't know that's uglier than what was there before, but it's ugly. So then we move on to Carla and Juan. So Carla comes back to pack her stuff, and Juan asks if they'll be friends, and she's like, I don't feel like spending so much time together. And she tells the production, like, I came for a marriage, not a friendship. Like, what are we talking about here, Juan?
I love that stated.
Yes, now what? I'm like, what are we?
We're not gonna be friends.
No, I don't think so. It's not happening. I like how she was very, very much clear. Like, no, that dream is a pipe dream, and it's gonna stay piped. What the hell do you mean, stay friends? So you literally, and we know that you really like Carla's company. So like, but that's rubbish. That's very greedy of you. I can't believe he asked. I was like, you actually had the audacity to ask this. Wild. Anyways, then we supposed to move to Cabell and Thomas, and apparently they decided to move to his place. And then she was thinking like where she'll park. She'll park inside and he'll park on the streets and on more stuff. And she's like beaming when he's sharing his plans. I'm like, see how easy it is. So I'm going to give him benefit of doubt and say that he didn't want to share his plans until they said yes. That's benefit I'm going to give him, even though it's a small flimsy, because my brain is still like firing that it doesn't make sense. But I'm just going to give him that little benefit of the doubt. So then we see Michelle and Carla's first date. I feel like Michelle is like trying to find his sympathy shopping. She's like, who can I go to that
I don't think so.
I think so.
I think that Carla even said it, that it's Carla and Madison fell out because I don't know what naturally drew them to each other, and since that friendship is over, they're just like trying to see if there will be something here in terms of friendship.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think Michelle is shopping around for.
No, she's shopping. She's shopping around for somebody that's going to be on her side. Because if she's friends, like she can't be friends. Remember her best friend.
Is too busy.
Emem is in love. Remember that her best friend said that Michelle is somebody that is hard to get along with. Mm-hmm. So Michelle cannot be friends with somebody that will tell her that, okay, yes, I understand that there was wrong, but you have to also take accountability back. Michelle cannot be friends with somebody like that. She can't be. And right now, because at this point nobody has really seen what's happened, right? It's in the reunion that we'll now know where everybody stands.
So by the time they record the reunion, they would have watched.
Yeah, they should have watched it.
So that means that
but they would have watched it.
Or they recorded the reunion not too long ago.
Yeah, not so long ago. Definitely not so long ago. But yeah, they would have watched it. Whether they'll give them the chance to watch it before the reunion, so that when they talk from a place of knowledge of like, okay, this is what's happening. Okay. So obviously, I think Michelle's definitely trying to make friends and tries to go up in the world and stuff. Yes, but I also think that she's sympathy shopping, and she goes where she feels like, oh, it will be easy because if they take my side, then it will be easy. And obviously that's valid. I'm not saying like it's a bad thing. It's very valid. I don't want to go with a place that it's to be hard. Why? Who's looking for hardship? Who's looking for hardship? Mm-hmm. Not me. So anyways, they discussed the whole Madison and David situation and the hopes moving forward of like, now they are divorced days, which remember, how special to like, look at these innocent people now, they are now divorced.
Marathon, didn't sleep with a person and now you're divorced.
Yeah, you're divorced.
That should not count as a marriage. It should count as an annulment. I'm sorry. This was not a marriage. Let's be real with ourselves. This was not a marriage.
It wasn't a marriage.
I don't care. I don't like so this. I don't count it as a marriage. Yeah,
they can't count it, but now they would have to say it to people.
Yeah, you can say it and tell people like the show, whatever, and they know, and then tell them there was nothing intimate, whatever. So they know. Like, I don't count it as anything.
I felt bad for them.
Yeah, to me it's nothing.
It's not right. It's not right. Yeah, they didn't do it. I'm sorry, it's not right. They're 2-month marriage and now they're 2 months of no cosmetic.
I need this one to stop marrying this.
Yeah, Michelle David was sleeping in the same bedroom as David. Like, come on. And now she's divorced. Ugh.
They should be able to annul these things. Honestly, should be.
I'm sad for them because. Yeah, they're saying it like, but I know that it's paining them because they are in their mid to late 30s. They came this far without any divorce, and they came to you people.
It should just keeps making divorces. That's
what I said. I mean, the effort is to kneel down and beg for forgiveness of all of them, except like because it's rubbish. Anyways, whatever. Let's move on. I guess Camila and Thomas got to his new place, trying to make space for things, and Thomas was quick with making space. He did not. He said, "Oh, he opened the closet and said, like, I'm going to half of this is yours." And then he brought out clothes instantly to make space for her, and I was like, "Man of action." So we know. I'm trying to stick to the fact to the belief that he was waiting for decision day to, implement. Okay. The Madison goes for drinks with her father, Mr. STD. I hope you asked Madison to get STD checked. That she tells him that she's been stressed.
And David.
She tells him about. No, I said Madison should get checked because she's the one that helped. I mean,
and David, like if you said it to Allen, say
yeah. Oh, definitely. But I'm saying that his daughter is the one that is going from place to place. That's why I'm saying that I should be telling her because she's the one that is loose. So that's telling about her new connection. That she felt a lot of shame and guilt from Allen because Allen didn't want to hear from her and everything. And obviously, I didn't even expect her dad to beat her up on TV because that's not. I knew that wasn't going to happen. And also, we can see how she's telling the story. The way she's telling the story is just looking like, oh, I had a connection with somebody new. I told Allen, and Allen didn't take it well. Mm-hmm. That's how it sounds. Mm-hmm. It doesn't sound like I was lying to Allen for weeks, spending hours of time with someone else, and then the pessimist can tell Allen, and then Allen is justifiably pissed because I made him spend all this money on improvements that I said I needed for me to feel more connected to him. Mm-hmm. those are two different stories. Obviously, she's telling the first one, not the second one. Daddy said she shouldn't feel bad. Obviously, what was her daddy gonna say? I asked her if she regrets anything. She said no, but that she wishes she was more honest with Allen. Okay, you know that you should have been more honest with him. Good. That didn't answer that. Where did David even come from? They say, "Hey, you're married." Like, and obviously they've
Same line. Met
at the gym. And so they're going and blah blah blah, whatever. Moving on. Emem is going on a date. This is like 4 days after the session deal. So apparently it's with a guy named Brandon who was in our 5th or 6th grade class. And you know, also that you just then your family said, "Child, you shall did periphery, shall." But she didn't really know about him like that because they reconnected over social media. He's currently on his sister's couch.
But he's friends with her cousin, Rafi.
Yeah, he's friendly with her cousin. Yeah, her cousin.
Friends, not friendly.
Oh,
they're friends.
Okay, so how did MM not know that? That's because to me, I just feel like if
because remember when they met and he said, "You guy, you know me, I know you, know what friend."
Yeah, girl, guys, please go.
No, this one's Rafi gives me stand-up guy vibes. So like,
yeah, can be a stand-up guy, but doesn't mean that you know people that
it's
guys,
not a distant friend. It's not a distant friend.
Then how did MM not know about all the divorce things?
MM has always had a crush on him. I just think that.
So how did MM not know about the marriage?
It can happen. Like for example, my cousin, I don't know all his friends. Do you get? And I don't know what they're up to. Like our worlds don't collide in that regard.
Okay, fair enough.
So that can happen.
But as in, so somebody that you went to school with?
Yes. Now, like I go to primary school with so many people, and now you're now friends with with my cousin. But I don't talk to you. Our worlds don't collide in that regard. It can happen. Yeah.
Fair enough. But yeah, so it's distance from MM close to her cousin. Yeah. Because I guess it was the same town or something. Yeah. So there we are. Yeah. So he tells her that he's going through a divorce too. So he's currently staying on sister's couch. He met the girl and they got married 6 months after. And he was giving analogies, which I'm like, he said right car, wrong street. That he just filed for his divorce. Then she told him about her own situation. I guess he doesn't know that she's married at first sight. Sure, I'm going to suspend my belief. Okay. He has 2 kids. And so when she explained her relationship with Ikechi, Brandon's like that Ikechi was scared that he realized he couldn't deal with someone like you and he really lashed out. I'm like, fair enough. I noted that Brandon is very complimentary. He thinks she's gorgeous. He really enjoys talking to her, enjoys spending time with her, which I love for her because that's something that she has been really looking forward to. So yeah, it's a nice date and it ends well. Next, Juan and Allen meet up. Juan tells, I don't know why Juan is saying this. I'm like, is it paining you? Because he told Allen that him and Kara don't really talk much, but we're cool. And I'm like, it's paining you, right? Then Allen says that he's been on a couple of dates, but that he doesn't know if he's ready to find like one person, but he just wants to have fun. That he's been exploring his urges. That girl sent him acronyms that he has to Google. And then he mentions BDSM. And then one asked him if that it's there for BDSM is him trying to break free from being the nice guy, which I think was a very poignant observation. Because I think that, yes, Alan on the outside, always cool, calm, collected. He never lashed, even with the whole Madison situation, he never lashed out. He never called out of her name. Highest he said is that woman, and I mean a whole lot more worse things could be said than that woman, and so it makes sense for him to want to let out those emotions in a more, not just with violence, but in a more aggressive way, I guess, so to speak. So I'm like, that's a very one. You're this day. But he was initially like, I'm like, Alan. Then he might eventually now express his desire to actually be with one person. So I'm like, you still have that desire. Why are you trying to be a player or a bad guy? It doesn't work. I'm sad because next thing I have to talk about is Madison and David. They show them going for ice cream and they discuss having desserts for breakfast, and we know what that means.
Yes, and
they're saying that their feelings are going with the physical. And then David asked like, what boundaries should they set, even though they've agreed to not see other people. And she mentioned that she doesn't want someone to nag. And this is where I became worried for David, because she had mentioned it before that her partners in the past have complained about her not spending enough time with them.
And partying and going out.
Yeah, she parties, goes out with friends.
She's still going to do the same thing.
David gives me homebody, gumbody vibes, which is what I am too. So I was very sensitive to the statement she was making, because I was like, if somebody tells me this, and unfortunately he didn't have the privilege or advantage of hearing it because it was Alan that heard that part, because that was one of their couples counseling sessions. So yeah, I've already been worried for him since, because I just felt like he was all in. I've been saying since himself proposing to her, since himself marrying her, and I don't think she's there. So then the next thing we see Carla and Camille hanging out at Emem's place, and they're catching up. Camille says she's enjoying married life. Carla says that she has mourned her marriage. So like a week after thereabouts, Carla says she has mourned her marriage and talked about her date. So it went really well. Now the next thing you know, the doorbell rings and who's at the door? Brandon. And then he was talking plenty of things, obviously trying to big her up, and he said something about being in the dark and seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Light at the end of the tunnel was her. And then they visit for a bit, and then Emem is like, well, we're going out. You guys can lock up. And I'm like, so something I can do. So something I could do. Because even if I'm just there for like 2 hours, so people want to stay and continue just but we're out. So when they leave, Karen now goes, when he said that thing about her being the light at the end of the tunnel, I was like, there better be something else. Like she can't be the only light at the end of your tunnel. I'm like, Carla. What if she's the only light at the end of his tunnel? What's the problem, Madam Carla? Carla didn't like that statement anyway. She was like, ugh. Her face was like disgusted. She was like, and I feel her in that, yeah. Like you can't just be one person, that's your whole thing, but it was funny. Then, continue with Emem. She meets up with her cousin Rafiu, and he tells her that Brandon called him to say, Brandon's a stand-up guy. Or he called, like, say, I don't want to listen to that. I'm here for something serious. I'm not playing with your cousin, and all. And then he goes that he wished that he could have asked him more questions, though, because that's what Rafiu said about Brandon. And then Emma said, guess what? Brandon is joining us. Like, how many people is this girl going to spring Brandon on? Then Brandon joins and Rafiu quizzes them, and Brandon answers responsibly and everything. And even though when Rafiu says, you could just be giving me a line, he's like, I get that. He doesn't ever get offended, and Rafiu sometimes can be very hard in his questioning. But Brandon was just so easygoing and just like taking it all in stride, which we all believe that Ikechi should learn from, because Ikechi was getting so offensive and so defensive. So when people are saying that, it wasn't even about Emem. I think there's something intrinsically problematic about Ikechi, because it was the same scenario, but Brandon responded very, very differently. I think that there's something inside Ikechi that makes him feel small, inferior. Or whatever. Yeah, inferior, that's the word. Something that makes him feel inferior, and it shows in just the way he interacts with everybody. Because if it was only an Emem thing, it would show. For example, David's issue was only with Michelle, or vice versa. But whenever they were around everybody, it wasn't awkward. Mm-hmm. They can coexist in the same space because everybody else is not feeling the vibe. Ikechi, on the other hand, once he enters, the whole atmosphere. In fact, it was so bad that when he came for Thomas's birthday, even people that were backing him knew that something had changed. He had to Thomas like, what happened? I was like, oh yeah. It's bad. So he has a problem that he needs to work on, and you can say that Emem triggered some things in him, yes, but he has a problem that he needs to fix. So after the conversation between Brandon, Rafiu, and Emem, Rafiu gives his blessing, and then Brandon is talking to the production and everything, and next thing he proposes to Emem, like kneels down and everything, and we're like, what? And when she says like, what? But obviously she says yes. Not obviously, sorry. Shockingly, she says yes. Mm-hmm. Shockingly, because it's just happened. This is their second or third date, and they're engaged. Okay, we're back to the Madison and David go to a hotel to celebrate her 30th birthday. He ordered a cocktail that said, "You look so good, I was eat you up." That was funny. If you like, don't laugh.
Not funny, anything cute.
It was funny. You gotta make the best of a bad situation. Yeah. Like you just gotta.
I don't care about them.
Yeah, no, obviously, but I'm just saying, I'm not like not in context of them in general. Like if you did something wrong, you can't stay down forever. It's just.
No, I agree with that. It's just the way they are choosing to move that I still don't like. If you are past the situation, then there's a way you would move when you're around people, and the way you're moving around people lets me know that you're not like you want everyone to think that what you did is good. And
no, I think he is. His heart that is actually acting weird. I think he is because he's still, I mean, we'll still
Yeah,
later
well,
down
yeah,
there, and he
yeah. It's most
apologizes.
especially
It's
her,
her.
yeah.
It's her. I think he's like, I've done my best apologizing. Obviously,
I mean, he did apologize to Michelle and
a
admit
number
that
of
he
times,
was
yeah.
no. The final apology was the
yeah.
right apology, because the first ones where he was still trying to blame Michelle.
Yeah, he was trying to
and
say
finally
that,
admitted
yeah,
that
everything
yes,
was
I'm
on me. Yeah, good. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm telling you, that to
But
me, I
Madison,
feel like
no.
that's why I said that David would be number 3. Madison has to be number 2, and the distance is there's a gap, because David, when it was just a misguided thing. Madison, yours was very intentional, because Allen was trying. I knew Allen was trying, and you chose to stay. And then, so that's why I know that she probably told her friends a different story. That's why Amanda will be saying, "Oh, that's so psychopathic," or whatever rubbish that she said. Because Madison is telling lies. Because she told her daddy the story. That's why, if I tell you the story like that, obviously you'll be like, why is Allen being so hard now? You found love somewhere else. So well, if I tell you a story like that, obviously you'll be like, Allen should behave himself now. You know, we should man up or whatever. But when you find out the real story, you'll be like, Madison, wrong. Anyways, so yeah, and Madison says, David said that that relationship feels right, and he's excited to start creating memories. And then Madison says she knows she takes certain people to bring out certain things out of them, but he's like very, very sweet. And she now said, and I don't know why she said this part, because I'm like, this did not need to be said. She's like, Alan is a nice guy, but he wasn't the right person, and I know I'll put in the work when I'm with the right person. So you know you didn't
keep that man's name out of your mouth.
Exactly. Okay? So that means that she knows that she didn't put in the work.
Yeah, she knows.
She doesn't obviously regret. She doesn't regret the feelings, but how things came out. And it's like, yeah. And then he says that's when he tells her that he can see himself wanting to make her his wife someday. She says, "Me too." Obviously husband, but yeah, you get the point. Obviously they go to the room and we move away. So Em and Brandon go engagement ring shopping. Man, he was looking at some serious rocks.
He had money.
He got money. He proposed again.
He has like 3 jobs.
Oh yeah. He was that specialty. He's a firefighter. One of them.
Real estate.
Real estate and something else.
And then he coaches children. Like that one's for
fun.
Yeah.
And she says yes again. She's all emotional when he proposes with the ring now. She's like, oh my god. Yeah, I'm laughing. I'm sure that'll be a miss. I'm sure that'll be like this video can never see the light of day.
I'm just waiting to get to where I want to talk.
Clearly, because then Camilla and Thomas go shopping, and finally her lingerie appears. Thomas is so excited. He just like pushes out the bed and enters the bed and covers them. I'm like, oh wow. Thomas, okay. Then we're back to David and Madison, where they tell each other they love each other in the room, whatever. Then Camille celebrates Thomas's birthday. She gives him a cute breakfast. This is once again, we don't know how much time has passed, but Emem and Brandon are still together. Everyone is coming for Thomas' birthday. Madison now tells that she reached out to Allen to ask to meet, and he declined. As is his right.
She's so annoying.
Because she's still a coward. I'm sorry, she's still a coward. She's still a coward, and I just can't. She's only going after Michelle because there is some ammo there, but Michelle is, fine, you can say that.
She can't go after Allen.
She can't go after. Yeah, she can't go after. Even in private, she can't go after.
I even think that as crazy as she is, she cannot.
She can't go after Allen. Definitely. That's why I said that she's still doing. That's why I said that she's still a coward. She's going after Michelle because she knows that Michelle obviously is a 3-legged dog in a 4-legged dog race. So she can still. There's still something that she can push at. But with Allen, she knows that there's no leg, no nothing. So that's why she doesn't even go there. Then Emem comes in with Brandon. She tells the girl that she's engaged. Camille is like, oh. Then she tells her that she hasn't told her mom. And this is what I was talking to her about. Because her mom didn't come for the wedding. Once again, her mom is missing out on major milestones in her life. Now, obviously by now her mom knows. But when her mom watches it back, she'll not be like, wait, you were engaged all this time and I didn't know. Like, and you told people that you just met 2 months ago. Like... And later, when parents are trying to say, oh, they want to be friends with their children, but like these are the moments that you can build the friendship, and you are opting out of those moments. Because some people look at Marissa. It was her mom that she called when the Browns was ending things with her from Love Is Blind.
They're friends.
Yes, like it's such an like I don't know why parents always focus so much on the raising part and forget about the friendship, because the raising part is only for 18 years. After that, you guys are supposed to have a very good relationship and are supposed to be involved in your child's life, which means that after the age of 18 or whatever, I personally believe that judgment should stop. And you should be a more, not when I say judgment should stop, I don't know, I mean, like anything your child does, whether it's wrong or not, you can't say it, but as in, you can't be talking to them like they're a child anymore. You have to talk to them like an adult. Like, you can't be lecturing them and saying, oh, this, you have to talk to them like, oh, as an adult to adult now. And you have to respect their decision and their choices. Even if she didn't come for the wedding, I don't think she ever met Ikechi either way. I mean, it's fine because it's Ikechi, but it's about the relationship you're building with your child. And I just find it weird or funny when for the years you've not done anything to foster the relationship, then suddenly you now pop out and like you have realizations and like, oh, I want to be friends with my children now. Don't get out of here. That's not how it works. So, but like, I just felt like this was a sad moment for her mom, because it's like, to me, if I was the mom, I'd be very heartbroken that you got engaged and you didn't tell me until whenever she eventually, and I hope that she told her and she didn't find out on People magazine or something. It's sad. So anyways, then Allen speaks for the group. He's like, he felt very supported through his whole thing, and that Emem and Brandon have the support of the group. Then Madison is like, I don't feel like I'm getting the support. And I'm just like, Madison, if you don't get out of here, like, please, I'm giving you as much grace as I can give you, but please get out. Then David talks to Michelle while she's sitting Carla, and she said no, and he's like, fine, just wants to apologize to her that, it's not her fault, blah, blah, and everything. And she was like, okay. And then he left, and she was like, yeah.
And that's
she already got her closure. But anyways, no kind of person Michelle is, she's vindictive. But yeah, but at least David did his own apology and moved on with things. Like, then Ike walks in and
it's like a dark cloud.
Dark cloud. I said that people were standing facing this way. They had to be like, "What? Oh, Ikechi, you're here!" Because the whole atmosphere just changed. Maybe they saw something in people's eyes. They're like, "Oh," I'm like, "What?" It's weird. Like, people go silent when he enters. I've noticed that people just go silent when he enters the room. Like, what's he going to say? Not from a respect place, from a fear place. Like, oh my god, something's about to go down. It's weird. Anyways, then Brandon, I don't even know what this is. Brazy balls. He just walks to Iki and is like, I'm Emem's fiance. Yeah, Michelle's like, oh, come and sit, join us. He's like, oh, I have a date soon.
I'm like, dude, you don't have any date, you bloody liar. Why did you stop by? Just go on your date then.
He didn't have any dirty days, girl. They invited him to the birthday party. Which dirty days are you having at the same time as your friend's birthday party?
Such a liar.
Everyone tries to talk to Ikechi and it's like,
no, thank you very much. Pass the button. Don't smack the button on my head. Just tell you that much. I'm gonna sue your ass. Okay, here's the thing. Emem, I need you to please. First of all, oh god, this was so cringe. And like, girl, from the very first moment I saw him, I already said she does too much. And at first I was like, let me walk it back. It looks like, let me just say this. But I was right. You're doing too much. First of all, you have this awkward way you stand, and then you're not trying to talk to him, like the facial expression,
because she botox her over
the stance and everything, and you're allowing a man like Ikechi to shoo you away. Oh my god, I would like the ground to open up and swallow me, because there's no way in hell.
And when you're happily engaged, it was unnecessary.
There was no need. And then he said he didn't want to talk to you, and then you proceed to tell him, anyway, I just want to tell you, sorry for what exactly? Everything you've done up to now, right? I was fine with, even with the outburst. I'm like, it's fine. You're just showing your outlet. But what's the meaning of this? What are you sorry for?
He still didn't apologize for her reactions.
There's no need. This guy does not need any apology. Okay.
There's no need.
Leave it, because now he's like, and then he turns to the I told you guys.
She wanted a plug and play husband.
It didn't matter who it was. Again, insecure because you felt like you were not worth it.
Yeah, exactly. Because why did he
should have worked? Because she was ready to do.
Yeah. So
you just wanted to be Mr. Pick Me. So pick me, Mr. Pick Me. You wanted to be chosen and not be like placed.
Then why you come on this show? This show is a placement show.
Oh my god.
It's like going to a placement program and they place you on a job and you now say no. I want them to have chosen me out of many candidates. Are you crazy? Yeah. Then why do you go to a place that they place people? Come on.
I don't know. You want to be like no. I wanted to pick the ones I wanted. No, that's not what we're doing.
That's not what we're here.
Okay, so awkward as hell because now everybody has turned their backs on you. They're now even people are even siding with I.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I will still never.
I would never.
You would never catch me siding with I see him for what he is.
He's a horrible person.
Even if you're looking crazy right now, I will never. And your only saving grace is like, oh, they'll be over in 3 weeks. That's how I know that he's pained.
Yeah, because I'm like,
and your only saving grace is that you're still engaged to today. So good for you.
Good girl, that's the best revenge.
Good for you.
Well.
Yeah, yes, you rushed into it, but actually you're dating and you've been dating for a year. So if you guys get married now, I will not be surprised. That is fine. It's been a year. Congratulations to you. But while you guys were moving, y'all were moving crazy. I'm sorry. Quick dates. Quick that. Yeah, that means that he had a crush on you since.
Yeah.
You probably had a crush on him since.
Yeah.
He's always ruminated at the back of your mind. You never really acted on it. And now that he's like, oh, she got married. I got married. I'm not going to let her go get away because I know she wants to get married. So you guys are trying to lock it down. We get it. But like, I think y'all should, not now. But in that moment, y'all needed to slow down. It looks crazy.
But now in hindsight,
it works. But in that moment, it looked crazy.
But yeah, don't worry. I'm with you. There's somebody to that person comes to me and that's all I'll say. So,
but you're not going through a divorce and being on a TV show.
It's different. There's a primary school crush I have, so don't worry. So,
oh, really? Tell us more.
That's all I'm saying. I had.
Boring.
Yes, that's a bit boring, please.
Oh, and then I'll just end it up with Allen too.
Yeah, so Allen brought up the offer to meet, the message that he got from Madison in front of the whole group. He said that he wants to bring it out there that he doesn't see any point, and that she now said she wants to close out the relationship. He said, what do you want to close out? She said that relationship. She said, I have no ill will and I have no interest in talking.
What are you closing?
That he has been there. Now still telling that he's been getting out there and been dating, and that he has revealed that he's actually a good guy, and that he now realized that he wants marriage, not just hanging and banging.
Can I just say something? Because I feel like a lot of people misconstrued what a crash out is, and I'm tired of people just hyping
using
things
words,
and using words that they don't know. First of all, I'll tell you what Allen did in that moment. I don't have any problem with what he said. He addressed her, and just so that Madison knows that she's insignificant to him and doesn't mean it, he faced the other people and he was talking. He wasn't, even though she was there, he's like, she just disappeared and poofed into thin air. You're here, but I'm having a conversation with the rest of people. The other part of the conversation was not for Madison. It was for the other people in the room. He probably, you know how they only showed you one conversation he had with Juan. He probably had talked to the other people and they were like worried that, oh, Allen, I don't think you should go down this path. And he was just now having it out in open that, guys, upon reflection, I'm not going to do. That's not who I am. You can say you're a great man and I'll be fine with it. It's not whatever. Yes. But he's like, I'm fine. And then what was so irritating was Madison was ad-libbing his conversation. And nobody was answering her.
No, was answering.
Nobody was like, okay, and he kept on, and you laugh. You're not part of the group. I'm sorry. She thinks she's in the A group. No, you're not. Okay. Like, not to be like high school about it. Like, it's just weird. Like,
because Madison has refused. And it's David. The reason why people think, oh, everybody goes now, because I'm sure David has been apologizing since he apologized. Even when at the retreat, he apologized to the rest of them for ruining their weekend. Mm-hmm. David has been apologizing. And he finally gave his the good apology to Michelle.
Yeah.
Madison has not been apologizing. Mm-hmm. She has been antagonistic about the whole thing. Mm-hmm. Even now going after Carla.
We've not watched the reunion, but we see that you're still on that same energy months later.
Angry you.
So I don't get it. Like, nobody forced you into David's arms. You went there willingly.
Which is fine.
What is all this
the way
anger about?
The way he went about it is kind of unnecessary.
Yeah, but still.
You had the chance to talk to Allen.
You went into his
chose
arms.
not. But she had just talked to Allen. She chose not to talk to Allen in the moment when she should have.
Yeah, but she's acting like the way Madison is acting like she had no choice but to be with David.
Oh, my eyes.
That's the energy she's giving in her attitude. It's like I had no choice but to be with David because you were mean to him, so I had to.
It's Michelle. Don't mind the stupid girl.
I'm like, who asked you to though?
Who asked you for this?
Who asked
all these
you?
girls that will be helping when nobody said help.
Who asked you? But that's the vibe that she's giving. I don't know. Anyways, to me, Madison, I don't know.
She hasn't repented.
It was so cringy the way she was just ad-libbing and like. And David has done a great job because he's tuned her out. He just kept on having his conversation and she ad-lib.
People, David is not.
Sorry, not David. Sorry, Allen had tuned her out. Sorry, I meant to say like when she was ad-libbing, he was like he just tuned her out. Like and trust me, once you irritate someone to the point where they're like you literally don't exist.
Yeah, you're dead to him.
Accept it. It is what it is. I feel like finally David has done what he needs to do.
Yeah, but Madison will never.
I think that in the reunion, Madison's finally going to admit when the relationship probably started.
You think?
Because she was saying that look, there's nothing to lose. Let's get it out in the open. So I'm hoping that that's what she's about to do, and just tell the truth.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, because I think that she's the one that will do it, not David.
She's the one that should do it. David has enjoyed enough. If she claims to be an equal person, then you have to take equal responsibility.
Just say, as one said.
Yes, because David has been, honestly speaking, getting the beatings, and Madison has not. And to me, Madison is the worst offender.
Anyway, I'm just very happy that this show is coming to an end.
The light was not. It was like there's lights. I don't see lights.
I'm very happy.
See the light at the end of the tunnel. Can I say
Glory? Remember, I don't know if I'll go on this roller coaster ride with you again. I'm just saying, the way you don't want to watch Love Is Blind.
That's fine. Yeah. Well,
I don't know if I want to go on this roller coaster ride.
Oh no, there's no. I don't think there will be any season like this ever again.
Yeah,
this
I don't know.
Wild.
I don't know. I could start and see.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Remember we started this last year.
Yeah, I told you it was gonna be so April. I'm not lying.
No,
I'm about to enter April.
So yeah, no, I don't know. Okay.
Well, but it was fun.
But yeah, it's over now. So guys, thank you guys.
Yeah, reunion is next.
Yeah, we'll be back.
Like, comment, subscribe, share.
Yes, and stay out of bars, guys.